And we're back. Sorry it took me so long to make this update. I actually purchased a new fish, and it passed away because it was already severely starved when I had bought it. So I was supposed to get it back this week. It didn't happen this week. I have to wait till next week, and I figured, you know what? I'm not going to delay the video any longer because there's a lot to go over. So let's hop right into it with the biggest news. Boom! My Sunny D has a new head. It's awesome, and it's actually on its way to what I think is making a second head. 1 week ago, the new head was about like half its length and nowhere near open, but now it's got the colors of the adult head and everything going on, so I'm so happy this is finally growing. My rainbow acan is looking great as always, and it's actually got a fourth head if you see it underneath. Right now, there it is. Hello, little guy. How you doing? Let me show you the other head on the other side. There it is. Looking gorge. My pink Satosa is also getting a bit fat here. It's got some new nubs growing out. So we'll give this a slow grower a month or two and see exactly which way it decides to sprout. But I look forward to this one a lot. My bird's nest is growing as well. So it's gone up about 2 or 3 millimeters on 3 of its branches, going straight upwards. So I'm glad it bounced back from the point in time where it pretty much just cut its life in half. So some glue and it's all right now. My magician Pally, is actually doing the same thing my Sunny D did before the Sunny D decided to spread its new head, which was kind of compress its stem. And it's been doing this for a week and a half now, and I just feel like it's on and off with whether or not it wants to grow or whether it's just trying to leave the rock but it's too glued down or what's going on, but it's enjoying it. If anything crazy happens, I'll be sure to move it, but I'm pretty sure it likes the flow and it likes the light, just the way it looks. So huge news, guys. Look at those 2 heads growing on my orange acan. I'm freaking ecstatic about this one. It's gonna be great. Other big news, my Rasta finally got its new head sprouted out officially, and it's got its new colors in as well. Woo woo. Tank is moving along. These guys are going great as well. It's actually continuing to go. If you see it on the bottom, it's still stemming down the rock, so we'll see if a new head branches out of there as well. And let's talk about, before I continue on the heads, probably to the biggest news I have today, let's talk about equipment updates. So if you see that white spot, that's actually just super glue gel that I went ahead and plugged up the overflow, or the emergency flow for the return pump in case the return grate up top gets clogged, that the motor doesn't run out of water and overheat and burn out. Figured I'm not going to ever use that because there's no reason for my filtration to stop its flow, because I don't feed heavy and I don't have like a plastic freaking bag floating around the surface. And I don't know, maybe if your evaporation occurs so drastically that the water level drops below the grate, that's when you need this, but that's not happening for me. So I figured I want the added benefit of the extra flow through the filtration as opposed to bypassing the filtration, going straight to the return pump via this tiny hole. The other obvious news, I added a backup heater because I felt like at night sometimes it was just getting too cold. So I plopped in my heater, and yeah, it just turns out that this heater is actually working at night. I have it set to 74 or 75, whereas the nano heater is set to 77. So this is just an emergency one. It's only going to cut on when it absolutely has to. And I know it's cut on when the green light that's on the front of it turns red. So it's really cool at night. I can just take a peek out and know if my water temperature is okay or not just by that light. Here's my plate coral, still enjoying life. Its damage hasn't gotten worse. I just changed it to the more severe damage side, which I didn't show you in the last video. You see it right there? Yeah, I don't know. Is that an infection? Is that damage? If you know what that is specifically, let me know. But it's not getting any worse and it's not spreading, so I'm okay with that. My hammer coral is growing out nicely as well. It's not no new heads, but if you see the tiny I guess the tentacles, I'll call them, whatever, they're growing out. It is getting bigger. It's no longer opening as much as it used to because it's in a higher flow, higher light environment now. But you can tell that it's growing out nicely here. No new progression on the corals for my candy cane or my red blasto, but my red blasto did recover from the stinging that it had last time. I had the blanking, whatever, the torch coral too close and it stung its other side. So it's grown back, and hopefully it continues to grow back and fill up the left side of this coral. I want a fifth head on this guy, that would make this coral, or yeah, fifth. So my frog spawn is closed right now, but I'm kind of glad because I can show you its new heads. There's like 7 at least, guys. This thing is just growing like a madman, so check this out. Hello fish, this is not food. You see this right here? It's got about 4 or 5 on this head right here, and then 4 or 5 on this head right here. So this thing in a month's time is going to be a beast, I hope. I need to relocate it to something or someplace with more area. And that's not why it's closed up right now. It's actually open when I made an earlier video. But yeah, you see the other one's right here, another one's right there, another one's right here, and it just goes the whole way around, so I look forward to this one a lot as well. And my fish are doing grand as well. The female's in the back right now. She's gotten really big. She doesn't look like it in video, but it's about almost double the size now of the male. Looks like it's a good 5 millimeters taller. Look at that. She's huge. So I guessed correctly. Ha! Winning. Oh, it does piss me off though, because whenever I'm on my tank now, it used to just be the guy that likes to bite at my hand, but now they're both biting at my hand. Like, you know what, you guys? I'm just gonna let you die. Y'all can live in filth. It's all good. But I love them. It's okay. Like I said, I'm out getting another fish, hopefully this coming weekend, if they come in stock, and I'll show you guys what I got. I'm so excited. So overall, the brown algae that I used to have is now controlled a whole lot better, partly because I started adding just the last 3 hours of my actinic lighting I made into just blue lighting, and I added that heater, so hopefully, I don't know if having the water too cold at night made a difference or not, but I also added some carbon and Phosguard in the back. I know I addressed the Phosguard, it's still the same Phosguard that I'm using. But I did add carbon. I can't remember if I said that in the last video or not. Just because I could. It's like $1 a bag, so you may as well give it a shot. But yeah, I always use my shell here by the son of a gun. You always make me blank, man. Torch coral. Jeesh. I use that as an indicator of my algae growth. So, and it's looking pretty clean now. So yeah. I forgot to show you this coral here. It's looking magnificent as well. It's like a grass field of wonder, man. I just want to lay in it and soak in the sun rays that are the rays of my light unit. Just kidding, guys. I do want to scuba dive though. Ah, spring break. I did also add 2 new snails to try and help out the brown algae, and they've been okay for the glass. I just realized this guy's covering up my other coral I wanted to show you. To poke him off or not to poke him off? I think I'll poke him off. And boom, there it is. Looking great, man. Still don't know what this is called, and it's kind of frustrating me. Help me out, guys. Alright, so thanks for tuning in, and when I get that new fish in, I will let you all know. Enjoy the week, and until next time, see you around.